Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Alert 2 with me and Herd 37. So in our last flight, we ended up over in Richmond, Kentucky. If you remember that episode, there was another airport over here. I can't remember off the top of my head. We were actually going to go fly there back to Charleston. Well, I actually did fly over there. I just did a replay of it and then a replay into Lexington. I was going to fly that over to Charleston, but I just ran out of time. Had to go back to work. So that job obviously just disappeared. And it was obvious. It was a small airport, so nothing's going to repopulate there. So we were kind of screwed. I should have never even gone over there, because then I just found this job over here in Lexington, and so we were right down here in Richmond. And instead of just popping up over to Lexington, I had a little bit longer flight to get over here. But as you can see, this flight is going to be from Lexington, Kentucky, over to Charleston, West Virginia. So that's Kilo Lima Echo X-Ray to Kilo Charlie Romeo Whiskey. As you can see up here, it is frozen food. We got about 144 miles to go, and it's 431 pounds, and it pays $3,879. And I figure probably at the end of this episode, we're going to hire somebody. We really do need a pilot to fly jobs every once in a while when I'm not able to fly. That would have really helped out the other day, but I decided that we're not going to do that for right now. Now, it's only 431 pounds, and I've got some fuel loaded in here. Let's see, so we've got 26 gallons right now. We've got 278 extra pounds of capacity. Take that off. 278 pounds more cargo capacity. So why fly empty, right? Or not empty, but, we got extra room. So I was looking down here, Fine China, right down here we're at Lexington, and at Charleston they're paying extra $14. So let me make sure that was the right, 278. So let's buy 278 of those. No, yeah. I thought I said max. I was like, wait a second. So we've got our 278. We're going to load it straight into the plane. That does cost us $50,000. Of course, we're going to sell it here for profit. All right, so that's got us there. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we've got everything loaded. But before we do that, let's check out some airport stuff. Let me switch over another view. All right, so we're looking over here at Charleston. So we are going to be landing on runway 23. We're going to, by the way, take off. I didn't show the airport over here, but Lexington. We're going to be taking off on runway 22. We're going to be landing on runway 23 here in Charleston. That is 235 degrees as our approach course. The localizer is 110.3. Now, I'm not going to go through all this. I don't do the whole, holding pattern and all that. So we're just going to go straight over here to Stilt, which will be at 2,400 feet down to the runway. Touchdown zone elevation is 931 feet. Airport is 6,215 feet long. Not airport, but runway. So we'll take a look at this. So this is the weather over at Lexington, KLEX. So we basically have zero wind, light wind. Visibility is 3 miles. Broken clouds at 600 feet. Overcast at 5,000 feet. And our altimeter will be 30.07. And currently in Charleston, by the way, it has been storming like crazy. And I live not too far from Lexington. I actually just flew in there. And if you saw on the replay, it was pretty bad. In Charleston, winds at 190 degrees, is 6 knots. Visibility is 7 miles. Broken clouds at 900, broken at 2,000, overcast at 5,500. Temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Altimeter will be 30.06. All right, so we're back over here at air hauler. Everything is loaded up. We got a range of 403 miles. I like to keep it a lot more fuel than we actually need, so we keep on having problems. Well, not problems, but we seem to burn more fuel than it thinks we're going to. Let's go ahead and fly this over to KCRW. All right. VFR, although I think his IFR condition is there right now, but that's all right. So we'll take her up to 7,500 feet. I'm fine with the time. And so everything's loaded up. We got this. So let's go ahead and move on over to Flight Simulator. Alright, so here is our flight path over here in Flight Simulator. I put myself over here, ramp 6 for our parking. Like I said, we're going to be taking off on runway 22, heading at 226 degrees. Go over here to Charleston. Like I said, we are flying over to Stilt. That is our waypoint. Down to runway 23, heading 235 degrees. But we've landed here a few times already. Seems like most of our jobs either come or go from Charleston, but I mean, that is our base, so it makes sense. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, so here we are at the plane. You can see it is raining. By the way, this is a little freeware airport I just found. I said, heck, is there any airport, I didn't hear of anyone making one from Lexington, but then there was this little free one, and it's actually pretty nice. And if you noticed on that landing when we came in, there's a little mural at the foot of the runway, everything, and that was depicted and everything, and I gotta say, it's a nice little airport, man. Nice little add-on for Lexington. That's not like, FS Dream Team or anything. It's this dude just walking through the grass. We got these cars over here. But, I mean, all in all, it's a solid little airport. I really do like it. So we'll jump back in here, get everything going. Fuel selectors in both. Cutoff is pushed in. All of our breakers are in. Parking brake is on. Let's go ahead and turn on our batteries.
Oral warning, okay.
Alright, so zoom in just a little bit. Actually, do this view. Alright, so beacon and nav coming on. Pull that out. Give us a little bit of throttle. Fuel pump.
TOS system test, okay.
Should push this in. So we do have fuel flow. Pull it back out. So we'll go ahead and get her started. A little fuel, a little throttle I should say. Push the fuel in. That's good, so let's go ahead and turn on our avionics. See if I can't get this out of the way. Probably not. Ah. Go away. There we go. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this inset. Go over down here to our transponder. Turn that on. Taxi light coming on. Gonna go ahead and set flaps one notch. I'm not quite ready to go. See if we can't get her on up to 7,500. This thing. Get her up to 7,500 feet. Runway heading for takeoff is 226 degrees. I'm sure there's an easier way to make this a little bit quicker on the heading. There we go, 226. And the altimeter, I have got a button where it automatically sets it, but it is 30.07. I believe that was correct, what we had actually anyway. Alright, so parking brake is off. Let's go ahead and taxi on out. And while I'm thinking about this, there we go. Over to GPS. Alright, we're going a little fast, but I had to take my hands off of everything. Now we can be a little more under control. We should probably, whoops, take a better look of exactly where we're taking off. I believe the runway is over here to my left. I do believe. Jump back in the plane. Yeah, so the runway is off to our left. I thought it was a little bit closer. Apparently, it is not. Yeah, flying in here to Lexington, man, the weather was absolutely terrible. Like I say, I live not too far away from Lexington. It's been storming like crazy. It's actually not too bad now, but we're supposed to get nailed for basically the next few days. Actually, the entire week. But it was really crappy visibility flying in here. Actually, the landing wasn't too bad. The one thing I did do was, as soon as I landed, I got on the brakes like normal, and I realized I shouldn't have. You know, the runway's all wet and everything, and as soon as I landed, I got on those brakes. We started kind of sliding around, getting a little squirrely on me. I should have just, you know, let her slow down on her own instead of hitting the brakes like that. Plus, when you start steering and you're hard on the brakes, it's just not a good thing. You see all these cars over here. Kind of confusing why there's cars over here. And actually, the other day I was actually watching, there was a crash here. I can't remember the year. It was that plane that took off on the wrong runway. It was too short, so they couldn't get up. Most everybody died. I've seen a video on it before on the TV, but this was on YouTube. It was done pretty good. And now here we are, actually flying from it. So, not sure exactly where we should go. I think we're going to go up and to our right. I think that's the runway right there. I couldn't tell if that was the threshold or not. Come on, girl. We got her slowed down a little bit too much, man. She takes some power. We're totally full. There we go. Yeah, I believe this is the end of the runway right here. Yeah, and on the end there's a little mural. I can't, on a bridge or something under. I think it's actually under the runway. It's actually really cool. I did not know that there's anything like that. I've only flown out of this runway once and landed here once, and hell, that was back in like 1998. It's not a huge airport. I don't think they have a ton of traffic, but you know, it's nothing small like Huntington. Actually, Huntington has like a larger runway. Huntington actually has one of the longest runways in the state of West Virginia. Obviously, we're in Kentucky here, but still, it's kind of odd that Huntington has such a long runway. You know, for a smaller airport. Alright, we're almost there. We'll take a left right here and get onto the runway. Gotta remember to hit my transponder over here. Trying to get things a little more correct, a little more professional. I'm not that great a pilot, but trying to do some more things right, everything. Alright, stop right here. I'm gonna put my parking brake on just for a second. Make sure we don't move. Trying to see if there's anybody down there. I don't think there is. Alright, so we've got our flaps set. Let's go down here. We can go ahead and turn our strobe and our landing lights on. Let's go ahead and altimeter goes to out. Altimeter, transponder goes to out. So I don't see anybody to our right, anybody to our left. Flaps are set. I'm gonna move my range real quick to 10. Parking brake coming off. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Take the runway, and we'll do a rolling takeoff. No reason to stop or anything. But we're getting a little fast here. See, it shows a little runway over there. I'm not sure that that's in use anymore. That may be actually the one that they took off on the wrong way. Airspeed's alive. Alright, we can go ahead and rotate. Up we go. I like this taking off with so little wind. It's pretty nice. Makes everything so much easier. We're going a little off to the left. I'm trying to get her back over. .81 knots, 80 knots. I'm gonna go ahead and retract the flaps. You can see the visibility, man, is just garbage. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to land flying in here. I actually got very, very worried about that. So it says 1.4 miles out to the waypoint. I guess it's that little triangle right there. Remember, if we cut over before that, the GPS does not like it for the autopilot. So we will fly out to it. We don't need our nose to be so high. Do, however, not want to be so far over to the left. What in the heck? I did not do that. That was very not good. All of a sudden we saw our back seats for some reason. That was actually kind of concerning. Trying to get us back over to the right a little bit. Obviously we can't see anything. Alright, so we just got it. Gave me the waypoint. There, that happened again. I still have not touched on anything. Obviously you should not be flying a little Cessna in this weather. I'm just flying, trying to use my instruments. Every time we watch that Mayday air crash investigation in my country, it's because guys don't use their instruments. They, was it spatial disorientation or something like that? It always surprises me because it's like so many crashes happen that way, yet guys still don't, I don't know, practice it or something. Not that I'm some great pilot, but damn. But I think a lot of those accidents were probably back in the day as well. Alright. Autopilot coming on. Heading. I'm going to turn this taxi light off. Vertical speed. I'll set it at 400 for time being. Alright, so we're at 3,400 feet. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, shit. Ah, see, there I go and I screw up. Nav, I thought my heading, So I pointed right at it and meant to hit heading, but I had never changed my heading bug. See, there I screw up majorly. See, we were doing so good, and then I hit heading, and I forgot to change my heading bug. I had this pointed right at it, where I wanted to go. Set my view. Let me start up this other program. FS Simrate Bandit. See if it'll connect here. Sweet. It looks like it's connected. You all can't see it. It's off screen. But it's a little thing to help with your sim rate, because I speed up all the time in this, and I can't tell like what sim rate I am at sometimes. So this thing actually should help big time. Man, everything was going so perfect. Whoops. Come back over here. All right, we're at 4,300 feet. Let's go ahead and pull the condition lever out a little bit more. $4,300 It's not too bad. I was expecting the weather to actually be a lot worse. We can actually see the ground a little bit here. That is something's going on with the views. It's really odd. We're going to go ahead and slow our climb rate down to 300 feet a minute. It's nice to see we've got some clearing. Now this would screw the hell out of me with spatial disorientation, because the way the clouds are, I can't tell. It almost looks like right now that we're going straight up. That's such an odd visual. That would screw me up bad. That's why you got to use your instruments, man. That's crazy. Still about 101 knots. I like that climb rate. So we do have a high EGT, excess gas temperature like we want. And we're about 141 miles out. Now we are in the thick clouds again. Well, over to our right we got some visibility. And gone again. Alright, we're at 5,000 feet. Everything's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and speed on up, everybody, just a little bit. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 4. Sim rate 2. Sim rate 1.
Alright, everybody, coming back into here. Oh, we do have the ground, man. I was getting worried. You know, we had some good weather there for a little while. We could actually see the ground for a while and everything. We're leveling off at 2,400 feet here in just a second. We need to full fuel on the condition lever. I was cutting it out earlier, and we actually got it to almost shut off the engine. By the way, we're 1.6 away from stilt. Got our radio set to 110.3, 110.3. Yeah, we had some clear weather, and then it went real bad. All right, so we're gonna make our right turn towards the airport. Well, it felt like we were. Apparently, we're going straight again. So we're 0.8 away. Watch my speed. Don't let her get too slow. It is 235 degrees. Oh, shit. The runway heading. I should have gone the other way, maybe? $235. Reset my views here. Bring back the power a little bit. I don't want to get too fast. It's because my altitude right here. Trying to watch my speed and watch where we're going at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and put out a notch of flaps. Hopefully this thing gets us pointed over here at the runway a little bit better. I don't like how it goes way out like that. I didn't know you could actually get that thing to negative. How do you go negative 600 feet? Kind of odd into the ground. I don't know. Well, I guess if something's below sea level, I don't know what it is, but okay. By the way, do we have nav? Yeah, so we're high, as you can see. It's not surprising, we are usually high. See, everything got really quick all of a sudden, man, and I didn't get everything set up like I wanted to. Check this turbulence, man. Second notch of flaps. We're 3 miles away from the airport. Increase our rate of descent just a little bit. So I want to get off autopilot, but yeah, we can't really see anything. There's the runway. Yeah, see, we were actually very high. Mute my mic for 1 second. Alright, I'm back. We're at full flaps. So with that turbulence, man, I couldn't even get the daggone nose down. Although, putting out the flaps also is going to balloon you up a little bit. Hate diving at the runway like this. We're getting close to being back on the glide slope. Although I like coming in high more than I like coming in low. I just really struggle when we start getting low and I can't see the freaking runway like I like to see it. So the PAPI lights have us, whoa, back on the glide slope. The nav shows us high, which is not like we're perfect. Good lord, I was fighting this thing like crazy. Actually going to increase the power a little bit. I say I don't like getting low. Coming in. Good night. You see how that just shoved us down, man, and our speed got real low. Holy hell. Man, we, all of a sudden our speed went to 0 and we dropped, and man, I thought we were crashing right on the ground in front of the runway. I was like, oh, hell no. Man, that could have been bad. I had to get back on it. We just, that was not good. The landing actually wasn't that bad. Once we got past that, we started floating to the ground. It was actually not that bad of a landing, but man, we about crashed. Our speed just dropped like crazy. You know, and a lot of times I've noticed in MSFS, like when I've got the sim rate up, and not even when the sim rate's up, basically anytime, the speed will just raise and drop by like 10 knots, just like crazy. I'll put that on. I think you can leave that on altitude. By the way, strobe and lane lights come off. I think you leave that on until you park, maybe, so they can still see where you are on their screens. There we go. Good night. Going uphill. Trying to get her going. Oh, hell. How are you? I heard the noise and then I seen him. I was, oh my god. I think he actually, I can't tell if it looked like he maybe stopped for us actually. Don't really want to dart in front of a airliner. This is pretty cool. I have not yet, as much as I've flown now, I have not seen any real aircraft moving around. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm glad we at least got to see that. I'd like to see him take off, to be quite honest. I don't know how it looks like, you know, versus FSX when it was just kind of up and down and just kind of lame on the landings and stuff. Also didn't like that we about glitched out a minute ago. Calm down, calm down. Getting a little fast. See, then you get her slowing down. What's up with the views doing that? Parking brake is on. I'd really like to see that guy. Alright, we'll turn our taxi light off. Where did I go? Transponder. Standby. I think we can turn our avionics off. We'll cut the fuel. Have beacon. Magnetos and battery. Now, where is he? Can't even see him. Did he disappear? I don't... Ah, man, I really wanted to see him take off, and he just, like, disappeared. That kind of sucks. I really wanted to see somebody finally take off. Alright. Anyhow, let's go over to Air Hauler and get ourselves paid. Alright, here we are, everybody. So, let's unload this fine china. No. Yes, sell it to the airport. They about got me with that. Putting it in the storage again. And they were going to make me pay a fee. Alright, let's unload the actual cargo. Hey, new rank. Looks like PPL. I wish that would have... There we go. I don't know why that went to the corner. Rank up. MU Herd 37 has achieved the rank of PPL. New salary, $0. Well, that's because we own the freaking company. That's weird. It's over here in the corner. Hit OK. Finish the flight monitoring. Oh, we got a greaser. Yes. The almost crash. Alright, so we took off at 17:04, landed 18:13, so was that an hour and 9 minutes. Takeoff fuel 153, land with 102. I'm surprised we actually did. I thought we would burn more. I had almost full speed, it seemed like, the whole way. What? Max altitude 7,568 feet. Max pitch negative 10.66. Max roll negative 27.0. Max speed 119 knots. Minimum G 0.53. Minimum G 0. Max G is 1.5. Max G 0. Stall false. False. Overspeed false. No passengers, obviously. Greaser. Gear down, of course, true. Bituminous. I don't know how. Bitumen. We always call it bitumen. I don't know. Bituminous. I'm not sure how that is. Surface damage 0. Landing damage 0. Came down at 32.35 feet a minute. I've got FSX running in the background, and I can actually hear that plane taking off. Kind of crazy. Maybe, I don't know if I'll turn the sound off while you're leaving on, but I can actually hear him in the background. I was like, is that or is that going on outside in real life? Landing speed 48.0 knots. Landing pitch negative 4.7. Roll negative 0.1. Landing heading 231. Wind speed 10. Direction 210. So that's in the books. Glad to have that one done, man. So, go back. Commodities? No, come on. That's not what I want. See, I'm having a problem sometimes getting this, like, to just show everything. I've been kind of struggling with that sometimes off screen. So, we've got to obviously fly something out of here. And that's narcotics. That's why I was like, oh, only 149 miles of pace flight green. It's narcotics. By the way, I was just seeing something else. There's another. Some company made a airport for Columbus, Rickenbacker. Not the one that we went to, but I might have to think about getting that. There's a lot of. I like these smaller airports, not real small, but I really like to think about getting something like that. Maybe putting a base in Columbus, since we would have scenery for it. That'd be kind of cool. Anyhow, I don't know what we should do. Oh, here's something pays good, but the quantity. It depends on how much fuel, because that's really heavy. That's really heavy for this plane. It's not too far, so if you could get down on the fuel, we could do something like that, make some really good money. Anyhow, let's look at company info. I'd like to see our finances here. There we go. So 139,000. The past 30 days, we've had 262 out and 279. So we've only made 17,000 the past 30 days. We've got to do better than that because our monthly overhead is 36 grand. So we're like not quite halfway. So that's not very good. But I haven't been able to fly much. So I'm coming up. I got 4 more days of work after the next couple days off, and then I've got 7 off. So that's when I do most of my flying. Anyhow, so we sold our fine china for $53,932. I do believe, we bought it for $50,000. So we made, we made $3,900 off that. Hell, we made $3,800 for the cargo. So that's a $7,800 haul right there. And we only brought in 10,000 and 17,000. 7 of it was right there. I don't know how that is. Anyhow, let's look on the market. Let's see, because I do want to hire somebody. Let's see, hire crew. Is there anybody? I want one of these guys like real cheap. So here's a CPO. Now he only flies a C-172. He's rated for it, but I don't think that one counts. I think it has to be the C-172 with the G-1000. I think. I'm not totally sure on that. I don't really want to hire somebody for 7,400, although they'd be better. They're not even. They only have a 172. Although if the other guys have to be trained too, it's not really much of a deal. Big deal. So this one does have the C-172 again. I'm not sure if that's going to count. Oh my goodness! Look at all this. C-172, third officer. I'm surprised so many people have the C-172 because when I look at them before, like nobody had a freaking C-172. That's a pretty good one right there. 2,700. I'm not too concerned about the prices or at their pay. So that's got some good. There's a good chance we fly some of those. 2,800. I mean, it doesn't really matter that he's not certified on all these planes. For 2,800, let's see the 2,600 guy or female. Well, that's a Victor. So that's pretty. I kind of want to get this guy or Sienna. So I guess it'd be a chick. Yeah, chick. So she's usually level 4. Also, she's actually above this guy. All right, so. What do you say we'll go ahead and hire her? $2,800 a month. Jaeger? Well, she has to go to Jaeger. That's our only one choice. So let's see our pilots. So Sienna. So we have 8 skill assignments to give her. Awesome. This is what I like. Because I don't want her to suck and ruin our plane. Airmanship. So this is, to me, we'll see, I don't care about the slot times, but here, aircraft holds better together, less damage, more efficient crews. I don't care too much about that. Lower landing departure fees. I don't care. Lower in-flight cargo damage, which was nice. Faster and cheaper repairs. I don't care too much about that. I think this is probably, at least for now, the best way to go. Aircraft holds better together. I really like that. Less damage. I really like that. So it's nice that we didn't have to like get that fuel to go to some of these. Cheaper fuel prices. That's actually pretty nice. So that's the last one. So we'll get those. Type rating training. Now see, because I don't think she can do. What if I tried to fly, give her... All right, actually, you know what? It'll probably tell me. See, I was trying this off screen a few weeks ago, and I could not understand. I could not get the person to take the job. Like, I would sign it to them, but they wouldn't take it. It was, I believe it was because they would not, they didn't have the type rating. I didn't think about it until afterwards. But company info, sorry about this. Pilots, typewriting training. So apparently they should be able to do that. So I guess the other one, maybe The other one just didn't have the 172 and I didn't notice it. But that's pretty nice. So Sienna should be able to take some jobs. If there's anything close, I could have her take a job and come back. Ooh, look at that. That's not too far away. It's a little heavy, though, because our plane, they listed as like 400 and some. See, if that was going to come back, that would have been really nice to do. Anyhow, I don't know what will happen on the next flight. I kind of would like to make sure she can take some jobs, take a job or two. That would help me greatly. Although tomorrow's my last day off, so maybe I'll fly another one and then have her take over. Anyhow, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope y'all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.